Hey there, it's Nathan here and welcome back to my Envision Property channel. In today's video, I'll be discussing why investing in property is crucial for your retirement. Now, when it comes to your retirement, you sort of want to have, your debts paid off and have some money to fund your lifestyle. And you got so many vehicles. You've got, cryptocurrencies, stocks, and properties. But, properties are probably the most, low risk if you do it correctly, and more secure ways to get you to your end goal. So then essentially you have enough money to live a comfortable lifestyle. You can travel, you can, go out, go to the movies and not have to count every penny. So firstly, let's get started with, how much do you actually need to retire? So if you Google this, across the internet, it ranges from 60K a year to 500K in total. There's no real correct answer. It really comes down to, what sort of lifestyle do you want? Do you want to be able to go traveling, pay for your Airbnbs and be able to do whatever you want essentially? Or do you want to be stuck to having a couple $100s a week? But with working with clients, it always ends up around the same result. And then, at least a passive income of anywhere from 80 to 100K per year. Secondly, why it's a good reason to invest in property is that you're using the bank's money to fund your retirement. So the best example I could say is, if you've got 150K in the stock market and you go, say over the next 10 years, you've got 100% return on your 150K assets or your stocks you've got, you'll then have 300 grand worth of assets. But if you were to take that same $150,000 and purchase a 500K property, and if that 500K property went up, doubled in price like the stocks did, you'll then have $1 million asset. And to top it off, your asset could be paying you, weekly because of the rent. That's 700K difference in 10 years. You're at the same starting point, but you end up with a different result. And that's the power of real estate. You can actually leverage the bank's money. Thirdly, investing in property is a long-term investment that tends to appreciate in value over time. So this means that the years that go by, your property will increase in value, which can provide you with a lot of capital growth over the long term, especially if you're buying into areas where there's a lot of population growth, there's essentially a lot of demand. So that's when it comes into making sure you've got, you've got your research hat on and you're buying into the right markets. Fourthly, owning a property can be a great way to diversify. So, you can have a mixture of properties across different markets. You could have one here, you can have a Brisbane, you can have one in Perth, you could have some cash flowing properties, you can have some Airbnbs, but you can literally spread your risk across different markets with different styles of properties and hedge yourself against inflation. And you could also hedge yourself against, the volatility of, the crypto and the stock market. Number 5, investing in property can provide you with a passive income. So as I mentioned, a lot of people, there isn't, you could have that 500K or you could have that 100K saved away for retirement. But how long would 500K last you? If you're paying yourself 100K a year to live a certain lifestyle, that's only 5 years. So do you only plan on retiring for 5 years? With property, you can set it up so you're getting the rental income. So you could potentially get a passive income of 100K that's constantly going to be paying you. Plus all your assets should technically be going up in capital growth as well. Lastly, owning a property is, more secure. It's probably one of the most stable markets depending on where you buy, because it's that whole cliche, someone's always going to need somewhere to live. If you invest correctly, you could have a nice low risk, secure investment that you could hold on for the next 10 to 20 years that could potentially fund your lifestyle. If you're looking to invest in property, but you just don't know, where to start or, what styles of property could suit you and your goals, reach out to Envision Property where, I could sit down with you. I can run you through a number of strategies that I've been using with clients to help them find really good assets across the Brisbane market and other markets, and also at least show you a bit of a roadmap of what you could do so then you can be more financially secure when you go into retirement.